Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Season 10, Episode 10. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. As we know, the previous episode left us off with Ella and Tyrique, having a screaming match, okay? And it's clear that they were both in the heat of the moment, they were seeing red, and they said a lot of things.
This is why I've always stayed single. What is the point in this? Not fun, is it?
Guys,
How did it get there?
I'm too heated that I can't even remember it. Best that I just don't even speak to him. I just want him to turn around and be like, I want you, I'm going to focus on you. It's really that simple.
And he does want you on the roster. Listen, somebody in the comments were saying you're being duplicitous by saying that Tyrique, I don't know, somebody was calling me duplicitous. I even forget the context. But what I'm saying is you allow people to treat you how they treat you for the most part, okay? And if Ella doesn't want to be an option, she simply can remove herself from the roster. She's not there by force. Simultaneously, because two things can be true. Matter of fact, three things can be true. Tyrique can say, I have a roster that I want to fully explore, and I'm not going to make a decision until I've gone through all my options. He's well within his rights to do that. And if for the women, that's not good enough for them, they can leave. For Ella, if she's saying, I want you to make me the one, and he doesn't want to, he also can leave that situation. Like, two things can be true. In this situation, both people are correct in how they've handled the situation. Almost. For Tyrique, honesty without care is cruelty. We know this. So he could have been a little bit more tender with the situation, but at the end of the day, he was honest. So I feel like both parties are vindicated or justified. Actually, yeah, justified is the better word. Jess is starting to feel like Sammy is stringing her along, and I'm like, the read this woman has on people, top tier.
I just feel sometimes that you don't even want to talk to me.
Yeah, I do.
All it takes is a little conversation to be had. I think it's just like maybe you temporarily holding me until someone you really, really want to come in.
It's like she's got the perfect personality for me, but at the same time, Leah's tasty, isn't she?
He is 1000% keeping her as a placeholder. And I don't care how many times he keeps saying like, oh, my head's scrambled. Oh my gosh, like I really do like Jess, but I don't believe it. I think that he really wants to like Jess. And I get it. Jess is a vibe for the most part. But the reality is, and he says it later on, the sexual attraction for him has had to build over time, whereas it is more natural with women like Molly or Leah, right? So I don't know. I'm of the belief that yes, attraction can grow, but if there is that all around attraction with somebody else, I'd rather you go over there. So it seems like he does have a banter with Leah, and he also does find her sexually attractive. Keep your attention over there. That would be my way of handling things, but maybe y'all do things differently. As we know, Jess has also been unrelenting with her snide comments about Molly. And so Catherine and Whitney call her up on basically saying, because there was a little bit of confusion in the Discord. So essentially they were saying, if you're going to talk about it, be about it.
You basically implied that it was meant to go to Bali.
I don't think she's two-faced at all. I've never said a bad word about her. I just think what she done with Mitchell was just a bit unfair.
That cut all the whispers girls out. Like, you know what I mean?
No one's whispering though.
You was whispering.
It's actually not even
I know, no one is. Oh my gosh, Jess.
At first, I was thinking the producers must have forced this conversation, but after thinking about it, I think the conversation does make sense. So where the issue stemmed from is the fact that, you know, there was a time when Munch, Jess, and Catherine were sitting on the daybeds, and Jess had a lot to say about Molly, but then when she faced Molly in the kitchen, there wasn't that smoke. Again, it happened with the game where she could have chosen Molly as being two-faced, however, she chose Tyrique instead, right? Oh, should I close the window? It's hot though, guys. I'm gonna leave it open. I'm so sorry if it's loud. So essentially they're saying you have all the smoke for Molly when either she's not in the room or under your breath, but now is the time for you to make a statement and you choose to be quiet. Like, that doesn't make sense. As for Jess getting emotional, What had happened was she was overwhelmed. She later on explained that she's not used to being called out. She's normally the one doing the calling out. So to be on the receiving end was overwhelming for her. So did Catherine and Whitney make her cry? No. But the situation itself was overstimulation for her, and she would rather vacate the premises. I'm like that sometimes too. Sometimes I cry in anger. And so it's not necessarily what you're saying, but I'm frustrated and I cannot express it. So therefore it comes out in tears. So I get where she was coming from with that, but they weren't even being like crazy accusatory. So even the tears, I'm like, like I understand, but then I'm like, Whitney then decides to debrief Medi. And sweetie, this is where things take a turn because Medi, what are you doing?
We're just explaining what's happening, and then she just starts crying.
If I hear that you or Catherine made her cry, I'm gonna be very upset.
We didn't make her cry.
Let's just leave it now because people are going to get upset, aka me, and it's just no point.
So Medi didn't even give Whitney the opportunity to explain what the situation was, which was very frustrating for me because it perpetuates the trope that Black women have, and especially when you are in the UK, honey, the motherland of racism, you would like for another POC to at least understand your perspective of things before things get misconstrued, right? So now he's running with this idea that Whitney is a shit starter, Whitney makes people cry. And I'm like, first of all, this was a one-off situation. How are you now creating this narrative of Whitney that's not even true? And then the women themselves patched things up before the lights were even turned off. And he's still talking about it even in the morning. And I'm just like, Medi, seriously? I didn't like that. I really did not like that. And so he's like, yeah, you guys made her cry. I don't want to be with somebody who makes people cry. Somebody in the Discord made a good point. Ella's been crying for how long? He didn't pull up Ty on nothing. So you want to be selective on where you put your smoke? Okay, Medi, we see you. In the morning debrief, obviously Medi is feeling like he's been pulled into drama when in fact he wasn't.
Does it worry you long term, like with Whitney, if she's going to keep doing it, or?
Yeah, but this is, to me, it could be a red flag.
Yeah.
Girls are fine, but then it's him. And it's like, why is it you?
Yeah.
How is it you?
As we know, it was a little bit confusing. So I can get where he is not understanding the full context of what happened. But that's where, as a partner, you take the opportunity to listen to what the person in front of you is saying so that you don't have this kind of conflict. Now, is it just me? Because I know y'all still feel a way about Whitney not actually having feelings for Medi. But I kind of felt like a little piece of her was hurt. But hurt in a way that's like, dang. The person that I'm into doesn't even want to hear my side. Maybe it is just friendship. I don't know. But I feel like in the same way that she patched things up with Jess, like if it was really that kind of friendship, it would have been over and done with the night before. But the way that it really pinged her, how Medi felt about her and how he ran with a story that wasn't true, I was like, guys, maybe something is there. Am I Delulu? Also maybe. Whitney then obviously decides to clear the air because all of this is unnecessary.
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
I was put off a little bit. What was the conclusion?
That I made Jess cry when that wasn't what happened.
Did I say that, or did I say to you that like I didn't know what happened? I just said I don't want my girl to be in any unnecessary drama. If this is what you are, I don't want it.
Whether or not this is friendship or romantic, when somebody who's supposed to be in your corner doesn't take up for you or doesn't take the time to listen to you, that is very annoying. And what's even more annoying is that even after Whitney explained herself, it was only after Jess explained what happened that he was like, oh, okay, I hear where Whitney's coming from. Whitney's better than me because let me tell you, I could hold a grudge. And with Medi, I would hold it. You think I can make people cry? I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna make you cry, but I don't want to go there because then I'm gonna be in the wrong. You see what I mean? So you better listen to me because I'm gonna cause a scene and it's not gonna be pretty. Ugh, yeah, that annoyed me. I'm so sorry. Like, listen to the girl. Literally, we would not be here if you just listened. In the challenge, I didn't note everything, but the things that I did pay attention to was that Leah kissed Sammy, Whitney. Whitney gave Medi a red card and ended up kissing Judas. Munch started to express some interest in Jess, and I said, Munch, don't start. Don't start. You had your opportunity. You squandered it. Don't now give her some pity interest, okay? We don't want it. Wasting my damn time. Ella gave Ty a red card and also kissed Judas. So the theme was Judas was getting kisses in order to spite the men that the women were partnered with. And Tyrique got the majority of the red cards because they're not okay with how he has been treating Ella. At the end of the challenge, they gave Jess the win. But it seemed like it was a pity win. And it's so funny because even though it was a pity trophy, she came out on top.
Why do we rate her, bro? Why do we give her the trophy? Have a nice day.
Don't be triggered. You chose me as a woman of the match. That's your problem, not mine. I'll be grabbing his balls.
So make a statement.
This win was perfect timing, and the twist too, because I don't think they've ever done this. They always make the bombshell choose who they want to go on a date with. So I liked that it worked out in Jess's favor because she's been feeling a way about Leah and Sammy and thinks that there's more going on than what she knows, which is true. Like, Sammy has more feelings for Leah than he does for Jess, and I think he's only keeping it under wraps because he has a loyalty to Jess. And if he squanders that and Leah isn't interested, then he's lost his lifeline in the villa. So I'm glad that she gave him back whatever he was giving to her, because the man said, because she was like, oh, don't be mad that you gave me a pity win or whatever, because now I'm going on a date. He's like, it's okay, I have options. Oh, yeah? Oh, you're smelling yourself now. Okay. Before I move on, I forgot to talk about Ella after the challenge. Kind of being happy that Tyrique was feeling a way about all the red cards he received. And it's funny, now that Tyrique has received all the red cards, he's like, damn, have I handled this wrong?
Ty looked upset.
He was mad.
Yeah, he was mad.
Do you know he's never been put in that situation?
I can't lie, when Ella kissed that though, I was a bit like, raw, like, I can't lie.
That was a long kiss,
me
bro.
a bit still. I need to sort out this mess that I'm in tonight. 100%, bro.
This is why I've been saying you allow somebody to treat you how they treat you. Ella could have decided a long time ago, if you want me, you're gonna have to be with only me. I think it's a little bit irrational considering they've only been here for a short amount of time, but if that's what she wants, that's what she wants. And so then the ball is in Tyrique's court to say, do I want to deal with that or do I want to do my own thing? Now that he's realizing his only option is Ella, which we know is who he wants. Like, nobody has ever been denying the fact that he wants the girl. He's now gonna step up because he has to do what Ella wants in order to secure Ella. Women, when you know your worth, anybody, actually, forget women, everybody. When you know your worth and you stick to it, somebody is going to come around and either pay it or double it. And honey, he's willing to pay. For now. In the evening, I think it was the evening, Medi is now deciding to apologize to Whitney for not having her back.
I should have been there, yeah. So I apologize for that.
And
Can you appreciate the first apology or no,
okay,
you want?
all right.
I should have asked maybe, or, you know, mind my business.
I'm not really one to be out here showing my emotions, but like, I just want someone that can read me.
I'm so sorry, but literally when I was watching this, I was like, the Barbers are fighting. But you know what? Some people might see Whitney as trying to strong arm Medi, but I actually appreciate her asking for a further apology, because the issue isn't just that you didn't have my back. The issue is that you assumed in a situation where you easily could have just asked me what happened. And so, yeah, if you're going to apologize for all of it. You know, don't just select what parts you want to apologize for. It still annoys me that the apology came after Jess's conversation with him. I wonder if he would be saying sorry if Jess didn't say anything. Ty now claims that he woke up with clarity. He woke up with clarity. It wasn't the red cards that he received. He woke up with clarity, and now he wants Ella.
I felt like today I woke up with a clearer head, innit? So I kind of know what way I'm going to go. And I said to you, as soon as I know, then I'll let you know. My head's still with Ella, do you know what I mean? So I feel like I can't really give, like...
No, 100%.
Like, fully my all, do you know what I mean? I feel like you can kind of sense that, do you know what I mean?
Literally the only one denying the feelings he had for Ella was him. And nobody is shocked. Nobody is shocked. Even Leah was like, I saw this coming. Everybody saw it coming. Everybody saw it coming. Everybody heard it coming. Maybe that's what it is. The one ear ain't working, so he didn't hear. He didn't hear, but everybody heard it. Everybody saw, touched, tasted everything. Everybody knew. So the Jax variant has arrived. His name is, I don't know. What is his name? I don't even know. I just called him the Jax variant. Well, anyways, he's here matching Jess's energy, and I'm like, oh, could this be a match?
Oh, thank you. This is well nice.
It's nice. You look lovely, by the way.
Thank you. So do you. You look handsome.
I think I'm quite wag material, so...
Listen, I fully agree with you, Jess. Honestly, I'm fully on board with that.
Thanks.
Could walk out of a waff.
Exactly.
And a wag.
You could be the wife.
Lovely.
You could be a wag, and you could be my wife by the end of this, so you just never know.
Because of the way things have panned out for Jess in the villa, I don't want to get my hopes up, right? But if in fact he does have an interest in Jess, I do like this for her. I like that he has that banter. He's funny. He's flirty. He's cute. Yeah, he's cute. Yeah. I think it's a vibe. I think it is a vibe. Now, only time will tell, because when you go in, you know, the people like him, like the girls like Molly and Leah. So if they have interest in him and he is interested, it's a wash for Jess, most likely. But if not, I like this for her. My skepticism continues with Sammy, who, just slimy. He's just, sleazy, slimy Sammy.
I'm not going to go out my way and like risk what I've got going on if I feel like you're not like...
Yeah, no, and I
interested in
completely
me,
get
do you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I fancy the girl, but then you come in and I feel like me and you do have that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My head's frazzled, man. I'm discombobulated.
Well, how about I combobulate it for you, since you're discombobulated, okay? Leave Jess alone. Leave Jess alone. Again, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I feel like if you have an all-around attraction to somebody who ain't me, go over there. Don't be trying to, oh, it'll grow with you. I don't want growth. I really don't want growth. I'm a grown-ass woman. You can leave that. If the growth is contingent on you weighing up full attraction with somebody else and partial attraction for me, go where you're fully attracted. That's just my personal philosophy. Y'all might feel different, but I feel like he's going to waste Jess's time, and I don't want that for her. So if Leah's where you want to be, go there. Finally, the episode ends with Ty and Ella. Ty has been saying Ella is number one, but now he's finally treating her like she's number one.
Because like all these feelings and that are kind of new to man. Like kind of semi self-sabotage, innit? When I was just like trying to fight my own feelings sort of thing. And like, I want to let you know that I do have feelings for you, and they are growing strong.
Listen, Ella, you've now set the standard. I hope you stick with it. I hope you stick with it. You tried with the man on the outside. You tried with the man in here. It seems like it's always tumultuous. But if you want that man, girl, fine. You like it, I love it. I feel like he's going to be a menace, especially come Casa Amor. Some people in the Discord feel like, nah, he wouldn't want to risk his position with her. I think he would. I absolutely think he would risk his position with Ella. So, you know, all the best to them. If they make it past Casa Amor, I genuinely can see them in the end. I could also see them winning depending on who's lined up against them. But yeah. It's a tumultuous relationship, but honestly, if it works for them, that's fine. And I hope, Ella, you realize the worth that you've come to know is what you should consistently stick with. And don't let anybody treat you anything less, okay? Even if it's Tyrique. Anyways, as you guys know, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Discord has been fun, but it also has been full. If people really do want to boost the server, you can. I did say today I didn't want the server to be boosted just because when there's too many people, it does get a little bit hectic. But if you want to boost the server so that we can have more people in the watch parties, you can do so. That's totally fine. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.